Welcome back. It is Friday night, which means it is time to turn our attention to our New Yorker of the Week. Tonight, we honor a man who is helping men become better fathers by improving their lives. Take a look. The most important job Stevan Lynn ever had was working to be a great father.
Providing for your family means talking to their teachers, cooking for them, making sure the laundry is done, making sure that homework is done right every night. That's a job.
Now that Lynn's daughter has grown, he's passing the lessons he's learned on the job to those who want to be more involved with their families.
How was school? That's the first thing that comes out of your mouth as a father. How was school?
Lynn does it as the host of Dare to Dream on public access television in the Bronx and at the Fatherhood Training Center, which he helped create 2 years ago in Mount Hope to improve the lives of young fathers.
And we said, listen, we need a training center. We need a place, what we call the house, where fathers can come and feel like they're going to their father's house, whether they had one or not.
The house has a lot to offer: resume help, computer training, cooking classes, even a closet full of suits and ties for job hunters, all for free. All with a special brand of support from Stevan, who's also known as Coach Lynn because of one of his other jobs, an amateur football coach.
They're going to take you through some hoops. It's not going to happen the first time.
More than a year ago, Kenneth Alexander came to the center unemployed and effectively estranged from his daughter. Now he has a job and is working through the courts to be more involved in his daughter's life.
Coach Lynn is a beacon of hope. He has some tragedies with the child support and singleness and not being in his children's life. So just seeing where he's at now is motivational, where I know I could be. Like, if it can happen for him, it can happen for me.
You don't stop yourself. You don't have, I can't. I can't do that. It's impossible. I did a long bid in jail. That means what? That was yesterday, not tomorrow.
And so, for coaching tomorrow's great fathers in the Bronx and beyond, Coach Stevan Lynn is our New Yorker of the Week. And joining us now in studio is our New Yorker of the Week, Stevan Lynn. Sir, thank you so much for coming in and sharing your story with us.
Oh, my friend, thank you for having me. It's truly a pleasure.
It's, you know, to the extent that you're comfortable, what were some of the challenges you faced as a young man who became a father?
Well, with my son, my eldest, like many fathers, I just was not ready for the responsibility. I didn't understand what it really took and the blessing that I had until some time I got knocked around a little bit. But then when I had my daughter, I was blessed to have my daughter by myself. What a journey that was and still is. And that really just woke me up to see, wow, this is really what life is about. The only thing that matters.
So how'd you get through?
Just day by day, just have faith, patience, sacrifice, commitment, unconditional love. That's our motto. And those things together, they work every time.
Were there support groups for you to turn to in the first phase of your fatherhood attempt?
No, you know, this was some years ago. And at that time, responsible fatherhood, the movement, or fathers getting support and help was not really anywhere. That wasn't really something that was talked about at that time. Sad to say, a lot of fathers were looked at as, I'm the provider. I pay for the bills, but nothing else. You don't talk to the kids. You don't go to any of their games. You know none of their friends. So there wasn't anything at that time.
So what sparked the idea to start your own organization? Was it just the birth of your daughter?
Actually, it was her leaving. Sometimes when your kids leave, you get this empty nest syndrome, and I was feeling it. And it was understood that I didn't want to have all this experience and not anyone benefit from it and share it with others. And that's how we really came up with the programs. And we've been doing it now for 20 years. We've been in the game for a little while when it wasn't even fashionable. And then once President Obama came on, and that was a big push in his administration, the fatherhood piece, it was just part and parcel of what we were doing.
Do you find that the challenges you faced years ago are the same challenges that young fathers face today?
I think that fathers today have a lot more resources. They have communication. They can have some options, if you will, particularly with finding job, getting support that they need with legal issues, child support, even the raising of the children. There's lots of options out there. They just have to want it and be eager for it. A little earlier in time, we really didn't have a lot of options. WIC was the big thing back then.
There are a lot of options just at the house.
That's right.
We saw a little bit in the piece. There's a lot going on there. Tell us more about what we can find at the house.
Well, when you come in there, we created it in stations, if you will, our stadium, where the fellas come in. We try to touch a lot of different aspects of your life. You're going to work out. Got to have some physical fitness if you're a parent. We're going in the computer lab, as you saw, doing a lot of employability skills development. We have the library, where we're studying GED, English as a second language, as well as counseling. Performing Arts Center, we found that a lot of fathers have things they want to talk about. They're excellent writers, poets, artists. So let me see it. You know, talk is cheap, show me. And last but not least, our favorite is the kitchen. As you know, the kitchen is the hub of the house.
Of course.
The headquarters. But fathers just weren't spending a lot of time there, getting something to eat and leaving and missing out on the communication. So I make them go in that kitchen right away.
There are countless success stories over the years. Do a few stand out for any special reason to you?
So many. The fathers, particularly those, we've been working with the prison system now for some time, and they still never give up hope. They still always love their kids. They get it now. And we've seen so many say, Coach, that's the way out. That's my blessing. That's my key, is my children's success, my children's dreams. Once you make sure that that's a priority in your life, next thing you know, your dreams come true. And we see it time and time again.
So what's the secret? How do you connect with these people who come walking in the door asking for your help?
It's the house. You know, when you go into your father's house, particularly if there's a lot of love, you feel it right away. You put your guards down, and you just become yourself once and for all. And we've been so blessed. Most of the fathers feel that. You're not being judged. I want to help you if you want to help yourself. And if you prioritize your children, remember that's the first. So once they leave, they were fed, if you will. And they have hope in their eyes. I could do this. It's not too late. I can call my daughter. I can go see my son. I can do their laundry. I can wash all the dishes. Those types of things can be done. And next thing you know, the outlook is a little bit brighter.
We have about a minute to go in the program, so I want you to plug your program. Tell us about your show, where people can watch it.
Oh, please join us on Dare to Dream, A Father's Guide to Success. It's on most of the cable networks now throughout the city. Check your local listings. We're also, join us on Facebook if they will. That's the best part. A lot of resources there. My Dad is Love, easy to remember. Or join us at the training centers in the Bronx, 281 East Burnside. Come there if you need some help with anything, any of the fathers. Let us help you. You don't have to do it alone.
We have the website for our viewers as well, fathersforprogress.org.
Exactly.
There
That's
it
right.
is on the screen. Fathers with the number 4, progress.org. Stevan Lynn, New Yorker of the Week. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, sir.
And sharing your story with us.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate your time. If you know someone who would make a good New Yorker of the Week, email us at nyer@ny1.com or write to us at New Yorker of the Week. We're at 75 9th Avenue. We're on the 6th floor, New York, New York, 10011. That's all the time we have for now. I'm John Shumo, and I'll talk with you Monday.